to another episode of the Nonke podcast. Got two real special guests and a third who's off camera right now. V, I'm gonna have you walk in just real quick into the camera. V hit us up to do a promotional episode for their new music video that they had put out. And I wanted to apologize to you, V. Just stay in camera for 1 second. I wanted to apologize to you because you hit us up. We did an episode last minute. Our audio was off, camera was off. We did it at a different site. So I apologize to you because I kind of dropped the ball on that one. So my bad. But I wanted to make sure we bring you guys back in and do you guys justice, just because I felt like we didn't get a chance to talk too much about the music. We were like kind of in and out. So my bad. We go way back. So I wanted to make sure I do right by you, man. So
that's fine, man. It was a good episode.
yeah, so thank you for even just like thinking about us and hitting us up to kind of push out your stuff. But we got a couple of real special guests today. You guys might have heard of them. You guys might have seen them on YouTube. Might have seen a couple or heard a couple of their songs. We got GY in the building, and then we also got Huey V in the building. How are you guys doing today?
Beautiful morning. It's great.
Yeah.
Great to be here.
Sunglasses on. I heard you guys went out.
Yeah, it's kind of sunny outside, so But
Yeah.
It was a good night. It was a good night. Thanks for having me.
Sunny in here too, baby.
Yeah.
You guys just put out the song. Talk about the song you guys just put out, because that's the summer banger. And I don't know if you heard the last episode when V was on, but because you had the first verse.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of like a hook.
Yeah.
And then GY just took it off from there with her part. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. And amazing, talented. And GY, big fan of yours.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, huge fan. My daughter's a huge fan too.
Thank you.
You had the song. What was the Ishong? Yeah, I'm not great at reading Hmong.
Okay. Got it.
But I would like to think that I was like spamming your video, and I saw it go from 1.1 million to 1.2 million. So I'd like to think that I had something to do with that. So you're welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And then, so obviously look them up if you don't know who they are. They're, singers, Hmong singers, rap, Hmong and English, right? In most of your songs.
Basically, yeah. It's
Basically.
whatever works with the melody.
Yeah, whatever you guys
singing,
feeling.
rapping, whatever.
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, and so the big reason we wanted to also have him here today is because 2 weeks ago, right, we talked about the new song that was dropping. Or actually, it was dropping on that day, which was during the J4 weekend. Now it has dropped. What is the name of the song? How do we find it?
Yeah, it's called Feelings, plural, so with an S at the end, by Huey V, GY, ZPX, and Surprise. You could just search that up, and you'll probably
Superstar lineup then, huh?
It was a good lineup. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
how
lie.
many artists on that song?
So there's 4, including myself.
Yeah.
So it was shot by Jack GV, directed by Vee Ex, DJ Vee Ex right over there, who you just saw.
Yeah.
And then us 4, GY, Sue, Z, and I.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then BBD Entertainment. Tell us a little bit about that. Like I seen the baseball jerseys. Yo, how do I get a baseball jersey? Those are nice.
Man, we got
Come
you
on,
guys.
we need
got
one
you
with
guys,
we
no
need
extra. Got
one
you
with the
guys.
No X podcast on.
We got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that. But man, BBD, the story of that. So BBD stands for Bad Boy Danny, actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you see Danny at Unison, manager at Unison, say what's up to him.
Okay.
He's basically, this is named after him.
Okay.
Because our good friend Monster, Nit,
Yeah.
he actually came up with that name for Danny.
Okay.
So we just took that name upon ourselves, and we just came as a collective group.
Yeah.
So it's Vee Ex, Surprise, myself, Jackson, Kobe, and Jack GV.
Oh,
I
you're
think-
not on the
and
GY? Oh, okay.
GY is part
No,
of the BBD
no.
family.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Okay.
yeah.
Part of the
All
BBD
right,
family.
dang.
So
Okay.
there's BBD ENT Entertainment, which is like the main group, and there's the family, which is GY, everyone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just came as a collective, and we all have different skill sets and talents, and we have different people in the industry, so we just combined our strengths, and now we're here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like that's something I admire about like a lot of like the new young generation of upcoming artists is that you guys like kind of we see all you guys in each other's videos. You guys are always promoting each other. You guys do a lot of shows together, so like you could see that like you guys all vibe and then you guys all kind of help push each other out. So like that's like super incredible to see. So props to you guys as like young people and young artists and collaborating on stuff like that. So, how did you guys get your start in music?
You want to go first?
And are you guys based out of here in Minnesota?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Well,
or-
I'm from Minnesota, but
Okay.
Yeah, I was born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota.
There
Moved
you
to
go.
Seattle for a couple years, but came back in
Yeah.
2020. So
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. What were you doing out in Seattle?
It was for work, actually.
Okay.
So I worked there for 2 years, and then COVID hit, so I just came back to stay with the friends and family over here.
Okay.
And then COVID, did its thing, and I'm still here. So it's
Yeah.
okay.
Were you doing music then too, or?
Man, I started actually. I was always interested into music as a
Mm-hmm.
kid. I remember the first CD my dad got me was 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying" at Target.
Damn, your dad got that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I went to the store with him, and I don't know this. I'm gonna date myself a little bit, but back then, like the cashier had to ask your parents, like, "Are you sure you want to buy this for your,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
kid?"
yeah, yeah.
That's how old I am. But basically, my dad's like, "You want it?" I was like, "Yeah." So
Hey, cool dad.
yeah,
You
I
gotta-
listened to that song, or that whole CD for like a month straight on my little Walkman CD player too.
Hey, that's
But
cool.
yeah, I loved music since a kid. Listen to rap on the bus and everything like that.
Okay.
Tupac, Biggie. But
How old are you?
I'm 32 actually.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
92,
okay,
so
yeah. So pretty close.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a good start in music. I always had a passion for it, but I didn't really start like freestyling or like making raps until probably 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know Zuvi, the guy, that's my
Yeah.
cousin.
11.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zuvi and I, he's a little bit younger than me, but I always saw Zuvi playing with GarageBand on his iPhone. So
Yeah.
he was always making beats as a kid too.
Okay.
So we would just talk to each other about music sometimes, and then, I mean, life happened, and we just got older. Went to college and stuff. And in 2019, we just came back, and
Yeah.
he had a little teaser for his song called "Body." It was
Yeah.
like a little, just like a little snippet of his beat. And one of my cousins was like, "Hey, you should put Huey V on this track." And he
Yeah.
was like, "Let's do it." And that was the first song we came out with, "Body," in 2019.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's been a minute.
Yeah. How about you, GY?
Well, I just recently started like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like collabing with people and like doing music.
Were you like singing before then, or?
Oh yeah, I was actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I started in middle school. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and so his mom is actually she was my Hmong teacher in middle school.
Oh,
Small world.
Yeah, and so like I never had choir, so I always had Hmong class, and so I would always ask her, hey, like, can I go to choir? And she'll just write me like a slip, just
Yeah.
just so I can go to a choir and go sing. So I basically started there, and then did choir in high school, whatever, and then did collabs during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's just how I started basically with music and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hop right? So, do you go straight from that? You start there, and then you're right on YouTube posting stuff up already, or like you let yourself develop, or you just test it out and see what happens? Like, how does it for you? Because like Pang said, the few videos that you have that have those million views, like, was there a lot of like building up to that, or it's just like, hey, let's get out there, let's do this shit, and then let's just see what happens?
So there was a lot of build-ups to it. I did a lot of collabs with artists to start with. I think the first collab that actually hit off was with Chenin. You Could Have Been My Baby. So that's what basically helped me. And then after that, I started doing like solos. So Okutu and then Ishong. I don't have a lot of songs because I don't be releasing until a year after. Like that's just me. I don't know why I keep doing that. But yeah, so I only have like a couple songs.
Yeah, but we've talked to a lot of artists that have come here, and everybody's got a different process. And
Right.
Peng and I, we're just curious, right? We're just curious. Like everybody's an artist, so everybody's got that side to them where they have a creative process, and we tend to ask questions in that sense, where it's like, hey, what's your creative process like? When you release, you just release what you feel, you work on it for a year, then you release, and so we're just always curious about that because I think a lot of people that listen, they see you guys in musics and they see you guys on music videos, but they don't like get to chat with you. So like we're just like,
Right.
well, we'll be that medium then. I just ask y'all questions that like, hey, let's let people know like, how they think about how they get creative, and maybe some people get inspired, do the same thing, or try to get in there, or maybe reach out to you on the comment. I don't
Yeah,
know.
come on, yeah. So normally for that, I travel so much, like performing and all that stuff, that I don't even have time to make music sometimes. But when I do music with Surprise and Huey and them. Like we record it in a studio. So yeah, that's just what we do on our free time.
And do you guys have a studio at your place or something, or? There you
Yeah,
go.
it's in the
that grinding. Hey, we're in the
basement.
garage.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're in the
don't feel
garage.
bad. You got to be
Yeah.
proud of that basement. We're in the garage
That was
right
a
now.
nice garage, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
this is
very
like,
nice
yeah.
garage.
I was just looking around like this is a nice garage.
Yeah, this is
It is a garage.
This
Just
is
garage.
two shop.
Clean
Yeah.
cars here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
This is
yeah.
an awesome place.
Yeah, so
though.
if you got some nice cars, once the music career takes off, you got your nice cars.
already
Bring,
taken
bring it over here. Bring it over here, and Two would take care of you guys.
So let me ask about that music video. It just came out. It's been 2 weeks, maybe, right? Not even, huh? July 4th was like last weekend.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
weeks.
last-
Yeah, yeah.
last I saw
How's
was
the
that
reception been
10K.
on that song?
I think I just checked earlier today. We're around 58K views, so
Damn,
it's pretty
holy
good.
shit.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
pretty-
I mean, like my channel was only like 170 subscribers. Now it's almost 500, and
Yeah.
not too many views. So it was good to put this video on my channel, just as like the BBD collective. We just
Yeah.
agreed on like if one person eats, everyone eats. If like
Absolutely.
one
Yeah.
person comes
Absolutely.
up, everyone comes
Yep,
up. So
yep.
And
yeah.
yeah, I was also curious because when I was watching the music video, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people here. How much work was it to get everybody together and shoot that? And did you guys shoot that in a day?
No,
It's
no.
funny. We kind of shot that backwards, actually.
Really?
So like, if you watch the scenes, like it's actually in backwards order in the terms of like when we shot it.
So you guys were at the carnival.
We were at the
Where
carnival.
was that?
Okay, yeah, because I was like, there's a driving scene.
Yeah.
There's like,
Oh man.
Did you guys? Was there a carnival and you guys went and shot there, or did you guys set up all that?
See,
I was curious. Did you guys
Yeah.
set that whole carnival up?
We did actually. So one
Dang,
part,
okay.
the last carnival where we were at with the rides and everything, that's an actual carnival. It was like
V,
I
you
don't
should
know.
come in. You should come in.
Yeah,
You want to tell them the carnival? Tell
Because
them.
he's the
V's-
director.
V was V was the
You're the
brain.
director, so you should
Go ahead,
come
V.
in.
Yeah, so we actually everybody was busy, so ZPX, GY, Surprise, they're majority of the time they're booked on the weekends.
Yeah.
So we thought like, we wanted to release this video before J4.
Yeah.
So we only had like 2 weeks to shoot it. So we had to shoot during the weekdays.
Yeah.
And for some reason, everybody works and stuff like that. So the only time they were free was like after 6 p.m.
Yeah.
and things like that. So we had to shoot I think it took us like 5 days.
Yeah.
So every time after work around that time is when we can only shoot it.
Yeah.
So we shot the scenes at a real carnival first.
Yep.
And then I wanted to build a set. Right,
Yeah.
a carnival set, so that we could have more time to kind of do performances, or like we control the environment more, right? So we went and built it in my parents' backyard because they had a pretty big backyard
Yo.
and stuff like that. And behind it there was like a little pond, so it could kind of you don't see like a lot of houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we kind of built that set there, and then for the first half of the video we actually had to shoot it like out kind of towards like Hugo up north a little bit,
Okay.
because we want to get some
Yeah, you
good
guys were in the
countryside.
countryside driving.
Yeah. And then big shout out to all the family and friends that lended us their cars too.
Yeah, what car? I can't remember off the top of my head. What was that car that I think
The
you're
Delta?
driving it? No, who's driving at the beginning of the music video?
the little
Oh,
Suzuki,
man.
yeah.
What? It's Suzuki. Okay.
Yeah, it was like an X80 something.
Yeah,
My
okay.
bad.
I'm trying to
Shout out
think
to
what it
Chulu.
was, yeah.
But my
Hey,
bad, yeah.
those are nice. Those are like the small four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, you can
Suzuki
switch. It's
Samurais.
variable.
Like,
yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah.
He actually got it from Florida and drove it all the way back up. So it was
I
a
want
nice.
those things.
Yeah,
Those
GY was actually supposed to drive that one, but it was kind of like it was only a 2-seater.
It was so cute.
But then we just gave it to Huey,
Hey.
to drive.
Props to you, man.
Yeah.
You're a big dude too, man.
I
You
know.
walked in, I was like,
Man.
dang, you're just tall.
Man,
Yeah, because
How'd
we
you fit in
actually
that
we actually got
Very
pretty good like
carefully.
feedback with a lot of car enthusiasts, like
Okay.
the Celica that she was driving to, the red Celica.
Wasn't there RX-7?
That blue RX-7.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
buddy's
yeah.
RX-7, the blue one.
was a nice
yeah.
one.
Surprise was by it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
big shout out to them for letting us using their cars, and stuff like that. So
Okay. So man, maybe you just pull that chair
Yeah, you know
up.
what,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pull
Just
up
pull
and
that
come
chair
sit
up because
down,
I got
please.
questions
Come on
for you.
over, man. Yeah, come
Or
on.
I could just scoot
Oh,
over too.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I could just scoot over
There
too.
we
You
There we
sit-
go.
yeah.
We could.
Yeah, there we go. There
three-man
we go.
this.
There we go. So what is your role in this, V? Like, I know you're the DJ at Unison, but it seems like you kind of like. What was your role in kind of getting BBD Entertainment together, getting like the whole squad together? Just because like you guys seem like a real strong, like tight knit,
Yep.
like cool collective.
Yep.
What's your role in all this?
I guess like my role is so when we host the events, being a DJ, you usually whenever there's like concerts or parties, you're always one of the first people there, one of the last people to leave, so you get to see like the whole event, unfolding, right? And then you get to see like what's all the operational stuff behind the scenes, like what to do, what not to do, how like how some good concerts are, bad concerts, time management, stuff like that. As a DJ, we all see that, So so when we started the group, we wanted to find ways to kind of generate funds, right? So
Right.
that we can help support and sponsor like other artists, help build them up, using this platform. We just sponsor some volleyball teams, so we're getting into sports and stuff
Okay.
like that. Just a way to give back to the community,
There you go.
because us being in the scene, being in the nightlife scene, the music industry, stuff like that. We know that it's essential to like to the culture.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so it's something that we're always out there, so we want to give back.
Yeah, and it's like I told you in that last conversation that we had. Like, you guys are essential because everybody's going through that stage of like 18 or 30. Some people settle down and mild down a little bit in like their mid 30s later, but like there's a generation that needs that energy because they're going out to clubs. I mean, we've all been there. I don't know, did you used to go out that much? Yeah, so so me too.
I'm a daddy
Yeah, we're
now,
chilling
so,
now a little bit, but we've all gone through that stage where we know like you guys do have that impact that can shape. There's a lot of the music shapes all of us. We always ask the question too, or just like you were talking about 50 Cents is with the Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, we all have influence in that creates kind of who we become through the music that we listen to. And so I think it's cool that you're like taking that and you're just saying like let's like be aware, like you're aware of that, and then you're like let's do that. So
Yep.
it's your vision is like clear, So that's
Yeah, because like, a lot of
that's-
people they do come up and they're like, man, aren't you tired of always like, going out to the parties or to the bars and stuff like that, But it's as a person that or people that kind of like, we kind of like perform or we help like keep that scene alive.
Yeah.
I think it does a lot of good because without people like that, right? Without the DJs or the hosts or like the
Right.
promoters, then there wouldn't be that.
Right.
Those events or those scenes, so
Yeah.
people they wouldn't have anything to do for fun,
There you go.
Yeah.
So-
And that's true for like you guys, for Kind Bees, for Trilogy, like all the people that are doing that. Like, of course, and I don't mean to bring a negative side to it. You'll have haters in that when you guys do that, but if you can look at it in a positive light, which people should, is you realize like y'all actually doing something that actually elevates the community. But
And one thing I'm hearing, you talk about like 50 Cent as like your influence, but like, how do you guys feel now? Because young people are growing up now, looking at you guys as their music influence. Like, I feel like I see it in the comments all the time where people are like, now you guys are like their musical influence. Do you guys see that? Do you guys kind of get that when you guys are out in public?
Yeah, I do get that a lot.
Yeah. And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good because you know what? I used to be that little kid watching Art Lee, Kalia Universe,
Yeah.
all of them, Jer Lee and them, all of them, and now I'm hanging out with them. And David
Yeah.
Yang, it's just like, oh, it's so crazy, you know what I mean? So it's like, I like it, I love it, like I'm glad I could inspire people or
Yeah.
inspire kids, to do music in the future. Oh,
Yeah, I guess for me it's a little bit newer since we just released Feelings 2 weeks ago, so people are starting to hear who I am. But yeah, I mean, it's the first time people are like, oh, are you Huey V? Yo, I love your song. It's like different,
Yeah.
but it puts it into a different perspective when you start making music. V just actually gave me a good point a couple days ago when I was trying to make a new song. He's like, you have to think about your audience, and it has to be something that they could like relate to, if to really feel it, to match with the emotions in the songs. Like Zuvi's Goya Kutsapa. That song, V's like, husbands play that for their wives all the time and dedicate to them. So now it's giving me a different type of like mindset of when I'm making songs. Like, okay, let me try to hit this a little bit differently now.
Yeah, big shout out Zuvi, man. I think that song hit like 2 million views now.
like, you want to sing what you're feeling, right? But at the same time, like, there's an angle where it's like, hey, what can we sing about that can like also touch a lot of people?
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess finding that balance, which I don't,
Yep.
I'm not a artist, but I assume it's you got to think more now.
But in the same way, right? Because we can have podcast guests that we want to talk to, that we feel are important, but sometimes those don't do numbers, right? And so there is this like
Right,
weird
balance.
balance of
Yeah.
like, hey, we got to do something that resonates
Yep.
with our audience, and then also keeping in mind staying true to ourselves, right? How do you guys like, I guess, navigate that?
I guess for me, like I said, I'm still pretty new, but at the same time, back then I used to release like maybe like if I found a beat, I used to like make a track in like 3 hours and just release it. But now it's like I just have to make sure the quality's up there because you're gonna reach a wider audience. So if it's trash, you know, people are quick to judge. They're like, oh no, this ain't it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just going with your heart and just whatever you like to do. If you don't find it enjoyable, just take a break, you know?
Yeah.
Because for me, music shouldn't be like a job in this sense. It should just be a passion.
Yeah.
So that's how I view it at least.
Yeah.
What was the question again? I was daydreaming. I was listening to him talk the whole time. I was like daydreaming. So
Yeah, we were asking. Shit, now you got me.
yeah,
now I got me confused too.
Sorry, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was daydreaming. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We can move on.
Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot the question too.
I was like, oh, everything just went on so fast.
Yeah,
So-
we
Yeah.
listened to a lot of like.
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to take-
You as a newer artist, both of you guys are newer artists. How important is that community that you like to how important is like belonging to a BBD entertainment? Like how has that like grown your career? You know, you were just talking about how Vee Ex kind of put you on game, kind of showed you like, you know, different perspectives. How important is that to work with people that's been in the industry longer that can kind of help you out? Did you guys find that beneficial to your career?
Well, for me, it definitely was beneficial. You can just see by the numbers right now from Feelings. Like I said, the YouTube channel from myself was like only 100 something.
Yeah.
So like you can't really generate too many views if you have like a small fan base or small audience. So
Right.
V and like the BBD collective, like we made the decision. Let's put Feelings on there. On your channel. Let's
Yeah.
build you up a little bit and see what kind of buzz we can get. So like it's very important. I mean, you can see like the chemistry is really organic in the video because we actually hang out with each other like almost on a daily
Yeah.
basis, all of us, you know. So it was like people were like, "Man, you guys seem so comfortable." It's because it's just something we did. We just like called up everyone in the group like, "Hey, you know, let's go shoot here today," and that's literally how it went. So shout out to V for accelerating that process. This music video, it came to fruition probably early June. We shot it throughout the whole month of June, released it at the end of June. So it was literally a month turnaround because V was just pushing it like, "Hey, let's get this done. Let's get this done." So as a part of BBD and just being part of the group, very beneficial, but at the same time, it's organic. Like this would have happened eventually, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, like we're all a big family, and so like when we do projects like this, like it's super easy to do because we know each other, we hang out on a daily basis, like what you said, and yeah, it was bound to happen anyways, you know, with all this music and all that stuff and this entertainment, like it was bound to happen.
I gotta give credit where credit's due though. Shout out to Z because he was the one who kind of brought us together one night. We were just chilling. Z said, "Let's make a song." So that's how Feelings came out. So shout out to
Who
Z.
wrote that song?
Man, we just
Is it just a
Well, like
collab?
we were hanging out one night at my place, and then we were all there, right? And then ZPX came through too. You know, he was like, "Well, you know, you guys just want to make a song." These four, like GY, Surprise, Huey, ZPX, they all just went down into the room. And then like 3 hours later, they all came up.
There's a
and they're
session?
like, "Hey, you guys want to hear this new song we got?"
that was it.
They showed it. We all listened. We were like, "Dang, that's fire!"
just
man.
like that, just that one evening hanging out.
We just found the beat on YouTube.
I think that was
What-
like back in January or something.
It was a
Yeah,
minute.
no,
right?
no, it wasn't
It was a
January,
minute. It was a
yeah.
long time ago.
Did you guys refine it like almost final product that night, or was it like boom, idea is pretty solid, and then refine a little bit on that song, or it was like
Yeah.
literally out that night? We're sticking with this.
Yeah, basically we found the beat on YouTube. Z came up with his melody. GY was there for a little bit, so she came up her part a little bit. We were all basically just listening to the beat and writing our own stuff down. We didn't even know who was on the hook, who was on the
Yeah,
verse.
were you
We're just
throwing
let's just
everybody?
puzzle pieces together eventually. But I mean, since the studio is like in my room, so after everyone left, I just did my part, sent it to him, and like, let's just get this started. So,
Yep.
I mean, it came pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so the draft it was pretty rough with raw vocals and stuff like that. So we had John swimming, mix and master it. So after they mix and master, and that's when you hear like the full clarity of the song and the balance of like the vocals and the music and things like that. So that's a really important process of the song.
Cool. Like there's so many moving parts that I guess like you wouldn't even think about. Like sending it to X person to do
Yep.
X and Y and Z with it. Like so it's pretty cool to hear you guys speak about the creative process of that.
Yeah, because nowadays there's like a faster process. It's kind of streamline a lot of things. Because like you imagine like creating a song is like building a house, right? You could build a house by yourself, but you got to do the plumbing, the electrical, the foundation, the roofing, the siding, all that, and that's going to take a lot of time. You know, you may only build like one house in 1 year, but if you have like if you could get like contractors like plumbers and the people that can do the foundation, people who do the roofing, the siding, like you're still building the house, but you're making your process a little bit more faster. And so that's why like nowadays, it's a lot easier. You'll see like a lot of artists out there that they might share like same instrumentals or beats and stuff like that because they want to put out more music, more content. So that's like the faster way of doing it. It's finding an instrumental and then writing your own songs, or creating your own melodies to it, making that yours, and then finding somebody to kind of mix and master that too. So that's why big shout out to all the producers out there too that making the beats and the instrumentals and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think from my perspective, the people that we've talked to that have come on here that are artists too, I think the one thing that I see a lot, which is really cool, is that although you guys are all individuals, you guys all seem pretty like open to like, hey, let's do some shit together. Like, let's help each other grow, which I feel like you didn't always see that before. So it's kind of cool. And I don't know, maybe it's new generation, maybe it's the internet, like all those things combined together. But it's just cool to see that you guys come together and say like, yeah, let's try that on, like, for example, let's put it on your YouTube, like, because logically you'd say, let's put it on the biggest YouTube channel, right? Let's put it on the biggest channel so we get the most views. But then I like that there's that collective aspect. It's like, no, you got the smaller channel. Let's do it on yours. And then you'll grow. And then, like you said, it's collective anyway, because if you grow, they're all going to be watching that. And from the title, a lot of times, I mean, most people I imagine, but for myself, when I look at a music video, say, what's the name behind that? Let me look up that guy. Let me look up that guy. It's collective anyway. So I like that you guys have that like inherently kind of already figured out, because it wasn't always, and maybe it's still not like that in other circles at least, but the circle that we've seen and talked to, you guys got that down.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's just our relationship and our friendships with each other, basically. It's like we're not working with strangers. We're working with people who we hang out with on a daily basis. So it's like you want to see them improve, too, because especially in the Hmong community, it's open to a lot of criticism,
Yeah,
so it's
it can get rough out there.
Yeah,
man.
it can. It can.
It's different.
And I like it because that just means there's a lot of opinions and a lot of people want to get their voice heard, which is good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, let's try to do something different. Let's try to preach about positivity, too,
There you go.
because you just want to always build yourself up and build your community up, too. Because if no one eats, it's going to be hard to get someone coming up into, like, the actual music industry of, like, the U.S.,
Right,
because
right.
I don't know about anyone else, but that's the goal I want to see, man. Let's have Hmong artists. It could be anyone. Let's have them come up a little bit and let's support them,
And blow up. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's 2024, man. We've been in this country for what, 50 plus years.
Yeah.
So like I think we're at a point where we can kind of stop all those like putting each other down, and bringing each other up, because like even with artists or like even with like everything that we do, right? As DJs, I hear criticism of people not liking my DJ style. I'm pretty sure like with podcasting, there's probably people out there like, man, what are these two no-eggs guys talking about all the time, or whatever. Like you'll hear like stuff like that, but but you know what I mean, like but it's good that like everybody we're all kind of helping each other out, as a community and things like that, because like everybody could eat, everybody can win, We just had to find a way to make it,
Yeah, because I was actually just talking to somebody yesterday, and at the end of the day, like, you guys coming on here, you guys bringing your audience to us, we're sharing our audience to you guys, like, and vice versa, like any guest, in any, I guess, like in any art form or anything that you do, especially now, like you have the ability to just share audiences with each other, and it's not that like difficult. I would say like one of my favorite things about you guys is that you guys are out there. You guys are at, you guys are at Unison every weekend. You like the community can see you guys. I think that's so important. Is like, sometimes when you think of some of these artists, it's like you just never see them, you never get a chance to interact with them. But you guys are out there in the community. I think people, from what I've seen, you guys have been like very friendly, very outgoing, connecting with people in the community. Like, how important is that to you guys?
Yeah, I think for me, I try to take after Big Bro Monster, basically, because when I first met him, he was always in the community, like he was
on the scene.
hanging out with like different cultures, different ethnicities, just in there, you know what I'm saying, without doing too much, as in like vlogging or, he was very authentic and genuine. So you just want to try to like emulate that in your own way. You know, it's just like go out there, you know, be a good person, preach positivity, just be nice and have fun. Because one thing is, people, they won't remember you for all your money or everything. They will remember you for how you make them feel. So once you touch them that way, then you build that relationship for life. You know.
Honestly,
For it.
Got the question?
no, I remember this side. This is a big question right here. Yeah, honestly, I always tell V and Huey and them, can we stay home, please?
Yeah.
You know, like can
Every
we stay
night.
home every night? You know, but it's nice that they're going out. You know, they're going out. They're having fun. They're meeting people. You know, that's what I like to hear from
Yeah.
them in the stories.
And I think it's different too. I mean, every artist is not like I don't expect every artist to be like some people are just artists where like the art and the craft is really where they focus on. Some are much more like social. Yeah, exactly. More extroverted humans where like I'm gonna get out there all the time. I'm trying to meet people. Like so, you know, I can totally get that. Like like tell me we're going somewhere. Cool, I'm coming. But yeah, not everybody's got that. Like some people are just more extroverted than others too. So
Right. I feel like I'm very introverted.
Yeah.
But lately I've been extroverted because I've been traveling so much and like my social battery.
yeah, for sure,
yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
lot. But
Are you
then-
getting
yeah.
used to it though? Are you
I-
like learning better how to manage it? I'm gonna throw a lot of energy here, then I gotta chill because
Yeah.
I don't got nothing left.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I love to give out energy. Everybody's always saying that my energy is very positive, which is good. I love it, right? But sometimes I just need to sit
Yeah,
home
just
for
a
a
drain.
day. Yeah, for a day at least. And then I'll come out again and pop out and, you know, have fun.
And I think that's good that you do it that way if you know that about yourself too, because fans, we can always like sense little shit like that, right? Like we can sense it if like they're just like because performing is a broad term. You know, you could be just on stage and that's performing, or you could be like your energy's really into it. Like we can, you know, I think it. I don't know. I'm not an artist, but I'm a business owner, and I know that like for me, I need my energy every day. I show up. I need to show up with like the
Yeah.
intent, right? Otherwise, you'll still show up and get it done, but it doesn't. You know, if you care, then you know. You know.
That's when the vultures come out, man. If you come out and you do a half-ass show, that's when.
Yeah, because all it takes is that one small moment, right? With that one small customer,
Yeah.
or maybe they catch you on maybe a bad day, or maybe you're tired or something like that, or like a fan, right, catching you at a bad time. They're like, oh man, you know, GY, she's so shady, you know, but she just drained, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, most definitely, you know, it is really.
Yeah, because that's what we're learning to navigate too, is like just understanding your own social battery and then kind of respecting that, right? Just because like, yeah, we can go out and like meet people and all that, but at the end of the day, like, I'm similar to you where I'm introverted. I've learned to be more extroverted just because like I learned that
You have a business too.
yeah, like that's what the world rewards, right? When you're out there and you're able to be you're a good hang. Like the world rewards you for that.
Right.
Question for you guys. I know we're kind of running on time right now, but this past week we saw DJ St. Paul come out with the Hmong camp videos. Did you see that? Yeah, it's like going crazy. Like
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, shout out DJ St. Paul, man.
No, for real. Shout out to him. That's
yeah,
Yes, sir.
doing the
he's
Shout out
Lord
DJ
work.
St. Paul.
He's the coolest person. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Did you guys know that existed? I mean, you guys are all local here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's I'm not gonna share the location. I have been there, so I used to be a St. Paul firefighter, so I used to actually meet a lot of those
okay.
people as well before. I know that location. I think I'll tell you guys after. I think you guys all know where that location is as well. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Because we were just talking about it before y'all came here, and then Peng was like, "Man, I think I should ask him about those videos because I know we all seen it already. It's been hot all week."
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys? And share as much or as little.
I'll share my perspective first. Just like I always say like if I expect my guests to be vulnerable, like I want to make sure like I share something too, just so it's not a one-way thing. But like I seen one of the videos where and a lot of where they interviewed like an older lady, and a lot of the comments was like, "Yo, like who like." Where are the kids? Why? How can they do this to their parents? Yada yada. I don't know if I agree with that totally, because like as an adult now, as an adult now and as a parent now, like I kind of get it, and I don't have the best relationship with my father. My father left when I was like really young, and so when I see the criticism for other young kids to not be there for their parents, like, you know, it's very like, it is a little triggering, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to. I didn't really think this thing through all the way, but I don't want to out too much of my own personal family business. But at the end of the day, it's like it's a one-sided story, and we don't know what that person has been through, what the kids have been through. Like, I just know that when I saw a lot of people attacking the children of those kids, I felt a certain way because I was like, yeah, like, I don't have a relationship with my dad. You know, like, if he wanted to reach out, like, it'll be a tough decision for me to be like, hey, look, I know I ain't seen you in 20 years, but open my house up to you and stuff like that. And I understand, like, there's it's not the most popular take or most popular opinion, but I think we got to give a little bit more grace to the kids. I get it, and then, you know, I get that we should try to look out for each other. At the end of the day, I think it's a societal issue. We should look at other avenues rather than just be so quick to like blame like the kids and stuff. I don't know. What are y'all thoughts?
No, yeah, I mean,
It's a heavy question. I don't know.
Yeah, we went from music videos to
Yeah.
heavy, but yeah, no,
No, I like
fair
that.
question, yeah.
no, I think, I mean, like, looking at it, like, in a general perspective, aside from, like, how they got into the situation, for me, I'm looking at it at the perspective of, what can we do to help them out, you know? Which is what DJ St. Paul's been doing. Like, when I see his videos, it doesn't necessarily seem like, oh, they're here because of this. It's just, you know, they're here. Let's see what we can do for this community right here, you know? They are a community, too, and everyone's human, so it's like, everyone has their own story to where they are in life. This is not going to be the last step of your chapter, you know? It's just going to be a bridge to better things. That's how I see it, at least. I'm like, I need to see things in a positive light, because if you go down that negative spiral, you're just going to stay stuck in there, you know? And your thoughts, and your actions are like really based on your thoughts, too. You can internalize things that will happen in real life if you just think about it. So hopefully, you know, blessings to them, for the people in the camp and everything. Hopefully we can do something to help them out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I actually, I think I heard about it like a few years back, you know, with some videos that's kind of surfaced on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah,
This ain't a new issue.
yeah. But then I think it's yeah, you know, like it's good, you know, because to me, when I see those videos that DJ St. Paul be posting out, right, like, yeah, you know, you do feel like some type of way about, you know, like the situations that, you know, some of the people are living in. But I also have another like a kind of feeling where it's like, you know, even like us people as a Hmong community, right? Hmong people, like that, it's kind of, it speaks volume in a sense where, you know, even when we don't have anything, you know, we still find a way to come together and get the most of it, right? By sticking together. So like, you know, seeing all those Hmong people, you know, coming together, creating that little community, you know, helping each other out, you know, it's like, it speaks a lot of volume, you know, about our people, our culture, you know, and what we were brought and raised from, right? And our history and stuff like that too. So,
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for bringing the heavy hitting question. no, but it's good. You know,
I was like scrolling through you,
like I was saying earlier, I like when we get like artists and stuff, because people only see you guys through music. So when we talk about stuff like this too, it just shows like, hey, we're all just existing in that same journey anyway. So like, let's have these conversations too. As for I'll be real quick with mine. Is if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't fucking say it. That's about it. There's fucking people doing nice things. Great. Help if you can. If you don't want to, and I mean, I know the internet makes it easy for people to comment and say negative shit, because obviously you guys are artists and you guys see your comments, just like we see our comments. Sometimes they get to me. Some days they don't. But yeah, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then just don't fucking say a thing. And if you want to go help, then go help, because at the end of the day, we need just more positivity than negative shit. You know, and to the people that like us, who all have each our own little platform, like, I encourage that we push stuff like that. Now, if your platform is to push negative shit and that's how you get bigger, I don't know. You do whatever you want, but you know, we're a small community, so it's gonna come around anyway. If you say some crazy shit, it's gonna come around anyway.
Yeah,
You're gonna see somebody.
Yeah.
Don't go to Unison at that point because you'll have people that know you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thanks Pank for bringing out a heavy
I don't
question,
know,
but
sorry.
no, but it's good that you bring it up, and it's good. Like I appreciate that you guys all share like your opinion on it too. You know, so that's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think time wise we're a little bit short.
Yeah, so sorry.
But we appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day to come hang out with us and kind of just chat. It was kind of brief, but it's all good. At least people still get to hear some of you guys' opinions on just who you are, the music industry, your songs, how you got there. One thing I'll let Pank finish. One thing I like to always ask before we leave is I want to make sure that people that are watching or listening to this can find you. So if you guys can just one by one, just like tell people where they find whatever you're trying to push, you know, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, got you. Right now, my YouTube is just Huey, Huey -V. So go ahead, take a look at that. Not too much social media yet. We're still creating that. But for now, YouTube is Huey -V. So check that out if you want to check the Feelings music video as well.
Okay, I'll take this one. All right, hi, it's GY here. You guys can find me on YouTube. It's just GY Yang, and you guys can also find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, GY Yang.
I'm not as cool as these two, so I only got my Facebook. I have Vee Ex Entertainment. That's usually what I use for people who are wanting to book me for like weddings. I do a lot of weddings and parties and stuff like that. So if they need my DJ services, they usually get me on that. We're still building up the BBD brand. You know, just we have a lot of projects that we're working on with artists and other individuals too that we'll be releasing soon too. So keep a lookout for those in the future too.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, man. And I shot you a message, but you know, we go way back. So anything you want to push, or any of you guys from BBD or anybody, if you guys want to push anything, definitely hit us up.
Yep.
If you guys want to share your story, you know, we'll always like have a spot for you guys here. I think what you guys are doing is great for the community. We just talked to Johnny Lowe the other week, and we talked about how like you guys as young music artists are changing the landscape of like young Hmong people, and the work that you guys do is so important. And so we appreciate you guys coming in, sharing a little bit of insight about your creative process, and just kind of telling us a little bit more about who you are. Hopefully we can get like an individual episode with you guys where we can really dig into like some of your music inspirations, get to know you guys as an individual more. But today, you know, we'll just do something short, sweet, you know, where we can kind of put it out and kind of hopefully push out the music a little bit more. So thank you guys for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having
Thanks.
us.
Much love, brothers.